Hi, I'm Sarah, the hypnotherapist with ZF Hypnotic Health, and I have a child with ADHD. So I go in forums a lot to hear what other parents have to say, and there's a common theme that I'm noticing, and that is a feeling of shame for how you react in certain situations. Yelling at your kid, being harsh with them, not staying regulated yourself, but then telling your kid to be regulated. And a kid who has ADHD, unlike a neurotypical kid, their tantrums can be a bit different, way more intense, can go on and on for hours. And sometimes, like as a parent, what do you do when your kid melts down for 4 hours nonstop over having to finish, a paragraph of homework? And it can be really difficult and it can be a real struggle. And I see in some of these forums this overwhelming feeling of shame that a parent can feel when they're like, I don't know if I like my kid. I love my kid, but I can't handle this. This is too much. And I snap and I yell at them and then I feel terrible. You can love your kid a lot and you can still not like a 4 hour meltdown over homework. It's struggling doesn't mean you're a bad parent. It just means you're human and you need support. And a real issue is trying to tell your kid to regulate when you can't regulate. And I don't think you can tell your kid to regulate. In fact, I've learned in my situation, you cannot. You cannot tell them anything. What you can do is show them regulation. And easier said than done, right? But I can make it really easy because in hypnosis, this is exactly something that can be worked on. What are those triggers that just get you to snap, that just get you to get to that point where you're going to yell, where you're going to be harsh, where you're not going to be regulated? And with those triggers, we will change the response that you give. And what you'll see, what is possible, is that when you can change your response and stay regulated, the whole family will actually become more regulated because now there's not this 4 hour meltdown happening with one of the children, which that affects the whole house. That affects the siblings, that affects both parents. It's a struggle. But with just you as the parent emotionally regulating yourself, it just has this domino effect with the whole family, especially your little ADHDer. And that's what I can really help you with. That's how you can change these reactions that you're having and let go of the shame. Let go of that guilt of, oh God, why did I yell at him? Why did I yell at her? You can actually help yourself regulate, and that's in turn is going to help your child. I'm not a medical provider. I'm not here to diagnose or cure ADHD, but what I do support is behavior change, emotional regulation, and help change these patterns that shape how we respond under stress. So if you've ever felt ashamed as a parent in an ADHD household, you're not alone. And struggling doesn't mean something's wrong with you. It just means you could use some support. If anything here resonated with you, yeah, just click on my link below and learn more about me. Thank you.